188 other countries right now that are suffering, some proportionately far greater than we are, okay, as bad as we are.
Very few.
Those people that really understand it, they really understand it, they said it's incredible the job that we've done. And again, I bring it up.
Who says that?
The banning China from coming in.
But it was already in here by the time. It was already here. Like, by the time you banned China, it came in through Europe.
Nobody knew.
It's giving them a false sense of security.
Now, I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. Tests. And, you know, there are those that say, you can test too much. You do know that.
Who says that?
Oh, just read the manuals, read the books.
Manuals?
Read the books.
Manuals?
Read the books.
What books?
What testing does.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, John. Let me explain.
Testing, but you said it. So we're testing so much because it's spread so far in America.
We're testing so much because we had the ability to test.
Okay.
Because we came up with tests.
But South Korea...
Jonathan, we didn't even have a test. When I took over, we didn't even have a test. Now, in all fairness,
why would you have a test?
There was no test.
The virus
for
didn't
this.
exist. How would you have a test?
I was going to say, numerous categories were lower than the world.
Lower than the world?
Lower than
what is that?
Europe.
In what?
Look.
In what?
Take a look. Right here. Here's cases.
Well, look at South Korea, for example. 51 million population, 300 deaths. It's like, it's crazy compared to...
You don't know that.
I do. It's on
the... You don't know that.
You think they're faking their statistics? South Korea?
I won't get into that because I have a very good relationship with the country. But you don't know that. And it's cases.
Okay.
And we have cases because of the testing.
1,000 Americans are dying a day. But I understand on cases, it's different.
No, but you're not reporting it correctly, Jonathan.
I think I am, but...
If you take a look at this, death is way down from where it was.
It's 1,000 a day. It was 2,500. It went down to 500. Now it's going up again.
Excuse me. Where it was is much higher than where it is right now.
It went down and it went up again.
But now it's going down again. It's going down in Arizona. It's going down in Florida.
Nationally,
it's going down in Texas. Take a look. Many people said it was fake news.
Who said it was fake news?
I think a lot of people. You know why? Because they didn't think it was intelligence. They didn't think it was real.
It was in your written brief, though, apparently.
They didn't think it was worthy of...
The US troop level in Afghanistan right now is roughly the same as it was when
you're wrong. No.
Mr. President, I'm sorry. We have to do...
Okay, are you ready?
No.
We'll be down in a very short... It's already planned.
Well, that's a different question.
We'll be down in a very short period of time to 8,000. Then we're going to be down to 4,000. We're negotiating right now. We've been there for 19 years.
I know.
19 years.
But if you just let me finish my question.
We'll be getting out.
I understand. Look, when you came in, it was 8,800. You boosted to 14,000, and now you're back down to 8,500.
We're now...
My question to you...
We'll be at 4,000. I'll give you the exact...
On Election Day, how many American troops will be in Afghanistan?
Probably anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000.
That's almost as many as when you came into office.
No, it's not.
8,000.
We had much more. We had a lot of people over there, too.
8,800.
A lot of people.
What would that actually look like?
Hillary Clinton never accepted them.
She conceded on them. She
still doesn't accept them, and she got
that's the important point.
Easily.
That's an important point. She conceded on election night. Now, she grumbled about it and said all sorts of things.
Grumbled? She wrote books about it.
She wrote books.
Don't use the word grumbled.
Fine.
So we have a new phenomena. It's called mail-in voting, where you send a governor...
It's been here since the Civil War.
In terms of the kind of millions and millions of ballots, they've never.
It'll be bigger this year because of the pandemic.
Bigger, not bigger, massively bigger.
Yeah, because of the pandemic.
So they're going to send tens of millions of ballots to California, all over the place. Who's going to get them? I have a friend lives in Westchester County.
They send applications.
Having to do with universal mail-in voting. Absentee voting is okay. You have to apply. You have to go through a process.
You have to apply for mail-in.
Absentee voting
the same
is
thing.
good. Look,
let's do concrete. Let's do concrete.
Jonathan, they're sending out
applications.
Governors,
download them.
Millions of ballots.
No, they're not. It's applications. You can get them off the internet.
There is no way you can go through a mail-in vote without massive cheating.
I honestly don't understand this topic with you.
Go ahead.
The Republican Party has an extremely well-funded vote-by-mail program. Your campaign puts out emails telling people to vote by mail.
Correct.
Your daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, she did robocalls in California saying it's safe and secure, mail-in voting.
Let me tell you.
The Republican
we have
won.
no choice.
That was an all-mail-in race.
Let me tell you. We went through World War II. You went to the polls.
You've had mail-in voting since the Civil War.
And now because of the China virus, we're supposed to stay home. send millions of ballots all over the country, millions and millions. You know, you could have a case where this election won't be decided on the evening of November 3rd.
Absolutely.
This election could
What's
be
wrong with that?
decided 2 months later.
It won't be 2 months, but what's wrong with the proper
It
mailing
could be
count?
decided many months later.
Have you Mr. President, Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested on allegations of child sex trafficking. Why would you wish such a
Well, first
person
of all,
well?
I don't know that, but I do know that.
She has. She's been arrested for that.
Was he killed? And I do wish her well. I'm not looking for anything bad for her. I'm not looking bad for anybody. And they took that and
I mean,
they
she's
made
a child
it
alleged child sex
such a
trafficker.
big deal.
Let's move to Portland. I'm sure you've seen the disturbing footage of people in fatigues beating the Navy veteran.
No.
Well,
here you go.
it's there.
The fake news.
It's not fake news. It's on video.
For
Pepper spraying
59
him.
days. First of all, these are Homeland Security people. They're securing a courthouse.
They're Border Patrol.
They're Homeland Security.
Elite units.
Border. Hopefully they have
Camo,
ICE in there. Hopefully
gas
they have
masks.
ICE done to the courthouse. Take a look at what they've done to the streets. Take a look at the violence.
It's
This
getting
is-
worse since they've gone in. It's
No,
getting
actually,
worse.
it's getting better. We had a very good, we've arrested a lot of people, and we now have a 10-year rule. You knock down, you try and knock
More
down our
businesses
courthouse,
damaged, more
you
violence.
touch our courthouse, you go to jail for 10 years. Also,
But proportionally, what does it speak to?
it speaks to something, if that's the number, you're telling
is the
me a
number.
Okay, if that's the number, it speaks to something that to me is unacceptable.
And what do you do about it then?
Well, I think we've already done a lot of
But you
things.
haven't. It still
Let me
exists.
just tell you.
No. I understand your achievements. I know what you're going to say. I'm not suggesting you haven't done a
I've
lot
done a thing
economically.
called criminal justice
I get it.
reform.
I'm just saying what
that your
changes.
friend, President Obama couldn't
It's
get
not my
done.
friend.
He
I'm
tried,
asking about that
he
statistic.
tried, but he couldn't get it
I'm
done.
not-
I got criminal
I get
justice.
it. I get it.
I got opportunity zones. I took care of the historically black. You know, if you look at what I've done for colleges, for black colleges and universities, I got them funding. Obama never did it. I did more for the black community than anybody, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln, whether you like it or not. People say, "Oh, that's
You really
interesting."
you believe you did more than Lyndon Johnson, who passed the Civil
I
Rights
think
Act?
I did, yeah.
How?
Because I
How
got criminal
possibly did you
justice
do?
reform done. I got prison reform.
Lyndon Johnson.
I've done things. Well,
He passed the Civil Rights
ask,
Act.
How has it worked out? If you take a look at what Lyndon Johnson did.
You think the Civil Rights Act was a
How has it worked
mistake?
out? Because frankly, it took a long time. But for African Americans,
But you think that was a
my
mistake?
administration, Jonathan, under my administration, African Americans were doing better than they had ever done in the history of this country. So I did a lot. Job numbers, all of the money. They had money. They were getting great. Their percentage was up. Their housing ownership was up. They did better than they've ever done
I just don't
until
know
we
how
got
you
hit. And now, you know what we're doing? I'm building it up again, but I don't think it will.
John Lewis is lying in state in the U.S. Capitol. How do you think history will remember John Lewis?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know John Lewis. He chose not to come to my inauguration. He chose. I never met John Lewis. Actually, I don't believe.
Do you find him impressive?
I can't say one way or the other. I find a lot of people impressive. I find many people not impressive. But no. But I didn't go.
Do you find his story impressive?
He didn't come to my inauguration. He didn't come to my State of the Union speeches, and that's okay. That's his right. And again, nobody has done more for black Americans than I have.
I understand.
He should have come.
But
I think he made a big mistake.
But
Taking
taking your relationship with him out of it, do you find his story impressive? What he's done for this country?
He was a person that devoted a lot of energy and a lot of heart to civil rights, but there were many others also.